And okay, so welcome back. In this one, we need to test the life cycles, and I am right here on the app. And as you can see, I have nothing, absolutely nothing. So we need the cleanest environment to test all of this. So I will go to the components, and I'm going to create a new directory, and I'm going to call this life because, it makes sense. I'm going to go here to life, and I'm going to do an index.view. Now I'm going to create a template for this. We're going to, of course, work with this in a minute. I'm going to just call it life. And inside the app.view, I'm going to import the life component. And then it's going to be from, and then we can do at. See, this is something I didn't show you. It's something from Vite. You can do at, and whenever you do at, it will always be ... source. So when I do add in this case, I can go directly to, notice it takes me to the source directory, and I can choose whatever is inside the source. It will do the routing for me. I don't need to do ... When you do add, it will always go to the source. So in this case, I need to index.view, and you can modify all of this. Again, I'm going to go to JSON config, and notice it says path. Well, notice that the at / means source. So you can add your own paths, your own rules right here. Maybe we're going to do it when we reach the practice section of this course, but that's fine. The practice project. So we have the live component. I want to use it. I'm going to go here, open, close, and we have the live component. If I reload it, we have live. Cool. I'm going to use this on the live. I'm going to go here, and maybe I'm going to put it inside its own div just to be sure. I'm going to go div and then just live. Cool. Now I need the script because all the life cycles, all the callbacks are something that we need to import. You don't get them by default. So I'm going to import, open and close. And of course, it's going to be from, and then it's going to be view. Remember, when we start, we have the on before mount, and then we have the on mounted. So on before mount, and then we have the on mounted. And to use them, we just use them as a callback. On before mount, that's the method, open and close. When this run, we have access to that function, to the callback function. And inside the function, we just, can know when it's before mount or when it's mounted. And I'm going to do a console log so we can see when all of this is going on, what's happening. I'm going to say on before mount. Cool. And the other one, it's the same deal. It's going to be on mounted, open and close. We use the function, and inside I'm going to do console and then log, and it's going to be the number 2. And as you can assume, this one always comes first, and this one call always comes second. So it's going to be actually on mounted. If I save it, we will always get, that when the component starts, when I reload the screen or reload the application, always you're going to get the on before mount and then on mounted. And right here, this is useful to know, or maybe to do something before it gets mounted or to do something after it gets mounted. This could be maybe a call to an API, or maybe go to a reactive property and do something after a few amount of seconds or something like that. So this is when the component gets constructed and gets mounted. Then you have the other side, which is going to be when you update. And for now, we have nothing to update. I guess we need to create an example. Let's say that maybe I'm going to go here and bring a ref, and I have a value that I'm going to be maybe changing over time. So it's going to be text, and then this one is going to be ref, open and close, and some text. Something, we're going to do something simple, not super challenging. So within the div, I want to show that text, but also I want to mutate it. I want to change it. So I'm going to go and do a button, open and close, and I'm going to trigger an update. And the only update I'm going to be doing is changing that ref to something else. So we can do text equal to, changed, something completely different from some text. And this will trigger the update. And I'm going to do, ... And this is going to trigger the update, so the life cycles will kick in. If I do it right now, nothing is going to happen. If I go trigger update, we get the update, but we get nothing. So to use them, we need to import them as well. The first one is on before update. We have it right there, comma, and the other one is going to be on updated. And they work the same way as this ones. It's going to be on before update, open and close, and inside we use the callback. And then we have the other one, which is on updated, open and close, and we use the callback. And I'm gonna do the same thing than before. But this time there's no specific order. So this one I'm gonna call it X and then on before update. And the other one is gonna be X on updated. So now I'm gonna go here, reload the application. You know what, I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. And I'm gonna trigger the update. We have this one, the before mount. I'm gonna trigger the update and we get the on before update and the on updated. If I do it again, since there is no update, nothing is going on. So you need to have an update going on. So as you can see, these ones are the main ones. You have the when you build something and when you update. The other thing is going to be when you destroy it. Let's say that we want to maybe remove this component, somehow. You know what, we can do it from the app. Let's say that I'm going to remove this component. And for this, we kind of need something. I'm going to maybe bring a ref, const, and then show it. And I'm going to use ref, open and close. And we are going to pass a Boolean. And I'm not getting the ref, so I need to import. It's going to be ref from view. Cool, so now we have something. And on this live component, I can say v and then if, open and close, and I can say show it. And if it's true, it's going to show and mount the component. If it's false, it's going to destroy it. And we need to, need to toggle this component in some fashion. So I'm going to do HR just to create a line and separate everything. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to do button, open and close, and I'm going to say toggle just to, again, do something. And on this one, we're going to do a click. And whenever we click it, we can access this property. And we're going to change it to whatever is not. So if it's false, it's going to be true. And if it's true, it's going to be false. And right now we have true. So when the component loads, we can see the component and all the, the initial life cycles. If I do the update, that works. So now if I toggle, I'm destroying the component. I'm removing it. And for this, we get the other life cycles, the on before unmount, and then the on unmounted. I'm going to go here and on before unmount, and the other one is going to be on unmounted. And at the bottom, I'm going to go here and I'm going to say the same thing, on before unmount, and it's just a callback, open and close. And the other one is on unmounted, unmounted. There we go. And then the callback, and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste. So this one, it's going to be on before unmount, and I'm going to put no, so we can just separate it from the other one. I'm going to copy this, paste it right here, and it's going to be on unmounted. And this is again when we destroy the component, when we remove it. So I'm going to trigger the update. We know that this happens, and I'm going to just toggle the component. When we remove it, we get first the on before unmount, so we can maybe fire a function or do something before we remove the component, or maybe we can do something else when the component gets destroyed. Now, if I toggle in, I'm going to bring in the component and everything starts over. I'm going to toggle, we toggle in, and we get the before mount and then unmounted. And everything, again, starts over. We can do the update, and if I remove it, we get the unmount, callbacks. And like I said before, we can use the lifecycle of a component to perform tasks like finding some data that is flowing, or maybe asking if the user really wants to get out, or maybe going to a server, or maybe communicating with a different component. You have a lot of different ways of using this. Okay, so I guess now it's time to move on to the next topic, which is going to be dynamic components.